Government are sharing the latest update in their search for a 6-year-old boy believed to be dead. The department called off searches this past weekend. Investigators in Tarrant County are combing through records, hoping to find the path that will lead them to that missing 6-year-old. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Vega. Right now, the physical search is on hold as police try to collect more information about Noel Rodriguez's family. Fox 4's Dion Anglin spoke to Everman police about what they are learning every day. Dion.
Hi there, Steve. Well, the police chief says there are dozens of investigators going through all types of data and paper trails to try and connect the dots in the search for Noel. But he also points out another aspect in the case is what Noel's mother was worshiping. The continuing search for the remains of Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez involves combing through months' worth of data, such as financial records and emails, to retrace the family's past movements. And there's more.
We do know that she was adamant about the Santa Muerte and believed that she was part of the religion of Santa Muerte that worshipped him.
Fox 4 video inside the family's converted shed recorded a glimpse of a shrine to Santa Muerte, also known as Saint Death. Some call it a dark world of worship and idolization, and it is condemned by leaders of the Catholic Church.
And in this case, it's very important. She idolizes that Santa Muerte. It's everywhere within the shed. It was everywhere within the home. It was on her vehicle. So it was pretty evident to us that she was idolizing and worshiping that. And essentially, he is the patron saint that offers protection. From my understanding, offers protection to like the cartel and those kinds of activities.
Chief Spencer says the hope is to gain insight into Rodriguez Singh's mental state and past comments she made to witnesses, describing Noel as a demon and evil. The 6-year-old special needs boy has been unaccounted for since late 2022 and now presumed dead by police. His mother and her new husband, Arshdeep Singh, fled to India with their other children rather than explain where the boy was. A recent search of the property yielded no physical evidence, but a strong belief that human remains had once been near their shed. Investigators won't be specific about the types of data they are analyzing, but it has involved over a dozen search warrants to obtain it.
Essentially, the investigative team is trying to immerse themselves within the lives of Cindy and Arshdeep and the family over the past 6 months to find out every move they made, try to figure out what their patterns were, because we have to be able to identify what was different, what kind of anomalies occurred in their life, and then figure out what caused those anomalies, most likely the death of Noel.
Now, the chief says the evidence they are gathering through the collection of data is helping them to identify the next search area, and that could happen this weekend. It's the very latest live. Steve, Heather, back to you.
All right, Dion, thanks.
Search teams trying to find the remains of a 6-year-old boy may be back out at work as soon as this weekend.
Once again, if you don't know much about this case, all of this happening in Everman, where the police chief tells us today that the parents of Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez has been taking steps to cover their tracks for months now. Jason Allen is live for us in Everman tonight with what we're learning, Jason, and exactly how far they were willing to go.
Yeah, how far and exactly where they were going during all of that time, Nicole. The police said today they're trying to really pin that down, and they are up to more than a dozen search warrants now. They're looking at all kinds of data, anything you can think of. That'd be cell phones and license plates and online activity. And the police chief said today this has really been a premeditated incident. Those are his words, right from the start, which has made it that much more difficult for investigators now to try to catch up.
Essentially, the investigative team is trying to immerse themselves within the lives of Cindy and Arshdeep and the family over the past 6 months to find out every move they made, try to figure out what their patterns were, because we have to be able to identify what was different, what kind of anomalies occurred in their life, and then figure out what caused those anomalies.
One of those anomalies, of course, was the new concrete patio in the backyard of the home where the family was staying, and we know now from a search warrant that, quote, Cindy Singh was in a hurry to get the job done and had paid a contractor $5,000 for that concrete pad. The same warrant said she also changed what she wanted several times and that she wanted the concrete thicker on the east side for a gym, or at least that is what she told the contractor in this situation. Cadaver dogs, of course, later indicated that the evidence of remains had been possibly on dirt in that area, also on a piece of carpet that had been stored on a shed in the location where that concrete pad was eventually poured.
Jason, you talked about a lot of discoveries that were made today being significant. There's one in particular that stands out to police. Cindy Singh's devotion, and I'm quoting here, to a saint of death. Talk to us about that and how that's relevant to the case.
Yes, Santa Muerte, and the chief said that this is something, they saw a shrine in the house to Santa Muerte. It's right when they went in. It's the saint of death, often depicted, as you can see some pictures, a skeleton in a gown. He said that there were pictures and there were statues. There was a mural on the truck. It's often associated with Mexican organized crime activity, with the cartel, with trafficking. In this case, police said it really gave them some insight as to the mindset of Cindy Singh, who they were dealing with, Nicole, as they were trying to figure out what happened here and where that little boy disappeared to.
Day by day, Jason, piece by piece, it feels like we're getting more disturbing details, and we thank you for staying on top of this one.